I am live. I'm alive and significantly more awake than I was these last few days. Oh man, good to be live though. Good to see everyone. Good to be here. It's gonna be a good day. Been a good day, actually. Been a really good day. Might be the new Raw of the year. Maybe. Shocked you liked this show that was all about Nathan Frazier's perfect night so much, though. But I was very happy with how this week's episode came out. I gotta do updates and stuff on it here on the website, but I will get to that momentarily. Glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. Now Nathan is trapped in the chamber with Rollins. That's assuming one of them doesn't get eliminated before the other enters. It's also going to be the first time I've done a website update where there's a title change, and I'm going to have to make a new render where it's going to be an in-game render for a champion. I'm not going to go back and change all the old stuff. Like, I'm not going to be going back and changing stuff from the old days anytime soon, at least. Cross start getting turned on might have been the best part of Raw. Depends on how you look at it. Yeah, I was very happy with the episode. You had Rhea and Jordan come face to face. Osp Kong had a match. Why is Pat back a week after the attack from Gunther? Why is Pat able to come back a week later from being attacked by Gunther? Yep, Final Testament is no more as of today. Nathan, Liv, and Raquel have parted ways with the group. It is just Cross and Scarlett on their own now. The attack was direct Gunther off for a few weeks. That's what I read. Yeah, but like, Pat shouldn't be back a week later. Pat should be off selling it for a week or two. Admittedly, that's also me just being like, I don't want to hear Pat's voice. More than anything is that I don't want to hear Pat's annoying voice doing his annoying Pat McAfee-isms. Quite simply. I am so ready for this Seth, Paul, and Braun trio. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Buddy Murphy closing in on 100 career victories in the LS11 universe. He's at 96 now. All right, and I don't have to wait long to see this new group I am excited about because they are kicking it off. Seth dressed to the nines as always. Oh, Braun Breaker in a suit. That is a dangerous looking man right there. Well, if it's a big thing, remember when Rollins said he wants to try and take everything from Punk, right? Trying to figure out what else he can take from besides his best friend Heyman. He's taken everything from Punk at this point. Took his WrestleMania main event. He took his best friend. Nothing left to take from him. Unless Seth is gonna start having a Pepsi tattoo or something. That was a joke. Hmm. All right, tonight is the night, folks. Tonight I'm gonna be putting in the work. Tonight I'm gonna put in the work. And Ronald's looking like Prince Nana's chain. A little bit, yeah. Looks a little bit like the embassy robe. But I'm putting in the work tonight. Tonight I'm getting the screenshots. I'm gonna try and get every WWE screenshot done tonight. It is over 200 people, but I can do it. I'm also going to remake all the tag team renders and stuff at some point. That's not super high priority right now, though. Oh, Sami Zayn coming. Sami Zayn is here. Yay, Sami Zayn. Woo! God, how many screen? Why do I have so many screenshots on this game? Sami Zayn is cooking him right now. It's not a coincidence, it's hypocritical, says Sami. And your little dog. Oh boy. It's not a threat, huh? Let me put the game on creator safe mode. JT! JT, how you feeling after, you know, getting package pile drived? Feeling alright? Worried about you, bud. I don't know what you're talking about, as usual, JT. He didn't even mess with him. He went up to him and asked for some advice. Also, we got Stephanie Vaquer on Raw tonight because it's just a great week. So, oh, you're fine. Okay, good, good. Because, you know our slogan in LS11 Universe, we can't afford another lawsuit. Barely remember being a kid. Oh no. Oh no, we gotta get this man under concussion protocol. Oh no. KO could have done worse. Oh, I'm sure he could have. You're not missing anything. Oh no. When you get here. Okay, what's Roxanne actual debut on Raw? She does wrestle tonight. So she's on Raw tonight. I I don't know if she's officially gonna join Raw or what. Alright, this is being considered her official debut, I guess, so she is officially on Raw. Reporting Julia is also main roster remains to be seen. Time shall tell. She'll probably get at least one more match for the title since she showed up at the end of NXT last week, but yeah. Also, hi, Kevin. I'm a little tired. It was a good day. I'm not in a bad mood like I have been the last few streams. I'm in a pretty good mood, all things considered. But I am just a little tired. I spent a lot of my day in the car doing deliveries, so. But I made good money delivering for once. Like I made 100. I made 100 and something bucks delivering today. So that is the most I've made delivering in a while. In one day. Also, I guess something royalties about this match. I guess. But yeah, for reference, I was delivery driving as I normally do today, and there's actually a warehouse for the company I work for about an hour away from me, about an hour or so away, and yeah, the warehouse being about an hour away meant they had a huge, nearly $100 delivery available, and Yeah, so I was able to do like a big delivery, and it took me a little ways away from home, but I made good money doing it, so I'm in a good mood. And I'm gonna try and do that again tomorrow. Only downside is like obviously it means I'm out a little later, so I'm not getting as much time to come home and record. But like I'm doing all right, keeping up with my schedule right now with recording. So you know, worst case, members get early access to AEW a little late this week. I don't think it's that big of a deal personally. Pretty much, I'm only in such a rush to get so much delivery done this week because rent is due on Thursday, and so I gotta make essentially that last 150 for that. Like Cora was called up too. If they do a draft this year, she might be. I think we'll get if they do a draft this year. Again, I don't have the insight on if they're going to or not. I am not a wrestling journalist, so I wouldn't know. But if they do, I see there being a good bit of women's call ups this year compared to last. Because like last year call up wise in the draft in 2024, we got Ilya, we didn't get much in terms of call ups. I know Ilya was in there. I have to look at the roster again to remember. I'm not even really that concerned about him being on the show. I'm just gonna say, all right, I know what segment to go take a piss if I need to. Good handful of watch-alongs this week. Gonna be attempting to do TNA this week if I get home in time from delivering. I had to send Ray a text there. Had a question for him about someone with SmackDown while I'm working. Joe Hendry's been invited to show up on NXT tomorrow to settle things with Trick. I'll be watching NXT tomorrow as long as I get home in time. Genuinely, everything just depends on what time I get home tomorrow. I'm heading out early in the morning. I'm essentially going to try and make the rest of my rent money tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Ass or tits, tits all day. I'm a boobs man. Fully prepared for like another flabbergasted JT comment on that one, having not because he wasn't expecting me to have an answer, let alone answer immediately. God, I want to at least try and get through the A's in the first, half hour of Raw, but like, it's gonna be difficult. It's one of those things where I kind of know I'm not gonna get through all of these tonight, but damn it, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to decide how I think they're gonna handle this because Roxanne's not gonna beat Rhea clean. Is she gonna pin Rhea tonight though? I don't know. They're building it as her official Raw debut. Like, she's officially part of Raw now, which, probably should have been a year ago, but whatever. Um, I don't make these decisions. And she wins via her new bestie, Julie interference. That's a very distinct possibility, Pierre. That's a very distinct possibility indeed. I'm good. I'm good, Pierre. Had a really good day of delivery. Made over $100, which is good because it got me significantly closer to having all the money I need for my rent. And so now I'm just working on the website. I have decided that I'm going to, throughout this week and pretty much throughout streams for the next little while, bust my ass on getting these game renders done. I don't think I'm getting through all the WWE ones tonight. I'll do my damnedest, but I think for AEW, brother, I ain't even written the episode yet. So nah, I got nothing. I ain't even come up with the first match. So I got nothing to announce. Oh, yeah, there's Julia, so we might get a Roxanne win. Or we might get a DQ schmoz. I hope we don't get that. Not just yet. I love Rhea, but I will pop huge if they give Roxy this big win in her debut. In her official debut as part of Raw, I mean. Common. What? Oh, that was a cool counter. That was a sick counter to the Pop Rocks. Oh, oh. And DQ Schmaz. And here comes Io. Just glad it wasn't pinned. Yeah. Love Rhea, but I think I would have rather just. I think Rhea would have been fine being protected with a kind of interference based pin loss to Roxanne. The Dino Nuggy pillows. Should have been a clean loss, though. No, absolutely not. No, Rhea doesn't need to be taking any clean losses to someone right now. Carlito is like. Just, oh, Carlito. That's all I'm going to say is, oh, Carlito. There was a Suzanne overall wise. What do I missed so far? Just Rhea and Roxanne had a match. It was going pretty well, and then DQ Schmaz stuff with Julia. Io ran down all that stuff. And then Seth, Braun, and Paul started the show, and Sammy interrupted them. And Seth offered to have his new wise man pull some strings and get Sammy traded to SmackDown because if you're not with us, then you're against us. And he could tell Sammy was not going to be with them.
or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your back. Stop step out and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pain. Tell your doctor if you experience vision twitches, concussion, or suicidal thoughts before scheduling procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with sulfonylurea or insulin may cause high blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Zepbound means change. What kind of weight loss you could be bound for? Ask your doctor about Zepbound.
It's October, John Cena. Scale WWE takeover. It all starts with SmackDown. In the center of it all, Cena takes the spotlight from one of WWE's most massive nights in Perth. All at Gracie Arena. WWE takeover Perth is October.
WWE Takeover Perth in October. It's very similar to the Nexus. If you're not Nexus, you're against us. If you're not with us, you're against us has been a saying forever. It's been a saying longer than anyone here has been alive. Me included. It's not a Nexus original thing.
124,693 members of the WWE Universe attended WrestleMania, coming from all 50 states and 68 different countries. We can't thank you enough for coming and joining us at the greatest weekend in the history of Las Vegas. Look who's in the ring. Hey, that's crazy, because I don't know if y'all remember, but I beat the phenomenal AJ Styles last weekend at WrestleMania. And I hear you people still unsatisfied. Hey, I get it. You're from Kansas City, you're a victim of circumstance. You don't know greatness when it's standing right in front of you.
Oh man. So anyone got any universe-related stuff to ask tonight? Any questions in general to ask? I seem to have broken JT by answering his question and not just dodging it.
A true legend certainly does not look like your current world heavyweight champion, Jey Uso.
Oh Lord, he's calling out Jay.
And you know, I had 7 days to think about it, and I realized, man, I've done just about everything there is to do here in this industry, except win a world title.
I can't think of a less interesting first title defense for Jay.
Consider your days numbered, because you have something that I want. Is it a new party out there? Yo, we're just gonna have to get used to this. Kansas City. World champ. Besides Cadell, he beat cancer. To be here the front row of Kansas City for Monday Night Raw tonight.
I've dubbed the Seth Braun Heyman trio the Vision in my head. Fair enough. Top 5 people who could beat Jay and who I want to beat Jay. Seth is the only answer for who I want to beat him, unless they put Drew back on Raw, and then Drew could beat him. Seth, Drew if they put him on Raw. I wouldn't entirely be shocked if they had Logan cheat to beat him. Maybe, I don't know, man. 5's a big ask.
Trying to make a name for myself, finally becoming world champion. Then I'm gonna just hand this over to the punk ass YouTuber like Logan Paul. Hey, look, let me spin it. Get real with you for a minute. I watched Gunther beat my twin to a bloody pulp, so it did something to me. It lit a fire inside of me that ain't never going out. So look, this title is not given, it's earned, and it's mine. And if you want it, come take it. 4 letters, 1 word.
You know, I think Ray was onto something when he said the world title looks bigger. It does look like it's bigger. The belt, specifically. Punk. Eh. I think Punk beats whatever heel takes it off Jay.
You always do, and that is crash out, screw up, and lose that title in less time than you held the Intercontinental. So, Jay, enjoy it while you still can.
Punk heel turn. Well, let me ask you this. If they turn Punk heel, what faces do they have left in the main event of Raw? Other than Jay, at that point. Not many. Hello, Colin.
Looking to get back into the hunt. The tag team titles tonight for the team that stands in their way. The returning JD McDonough, teaming up with Judgment Day teammates Finn Balor. These two teams clash live next on Raw.
Is it impossible to turn him heel because of how fans chant his name? I'm sure they could find a way.
New customers download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Turn a $5 playoff bet into 200 instantly bonus bets. The crowds.
Hope Jay doesn't hurt himself again. Seeing as the last time was a freak accident, like I was there, I was in the arena when it happened. It was clearly a freak accident. I don't think it's going to just happen. I don't think a second freak accident's going to happen immediately after he's come back.
Should I say, like the Lord Rose? Yeah, you got me. You like playing the villain? Destroying what others have worked so hard to build. How you play the game, Rhea. It's not personal.
Let me ask you, have you checked your kingdom lately? My village? No, 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 no.
Designer bag.
For me, the list goes Seth, Drew, heel Punk, Cross, or heel Sammy. Cross is a bold one, but perhaps so.
Subscription, which is costing you around $270 a month. The app will tell you all of it. It shows you all your expenses in one place, and it can even help you create a budget, which is neat. Okay, don't worry about those 13 subscriptions you get in the app. You can cancel the ones you don't want right through the app, and it can even help you try to get new.
There's no fences. There's an edge. Find comfort from the traditions that have defined, and the confidence and courage to defy. But being brave is about being different. We might not need more people, but would it hurt to have a little more risk?
Athlete for life. For life.
I gotta tell you, I was very happy with the reception to both the Rumble and the Raw. But yeah, I was very happy with the reception to Raw today, especially Nathan turning on Cross. I don't think anyone saw that one coming. I think Nathan Frazier definitely earned that Breakout Star of the Year award last season. I don't think he'll win Superstar of the Year this season. I don't think you guys will vote for that for him. Cross should have seen it coming with Raw today. Perhaps so. But, yeah, I was very proud of how it turned out. I'm glad nobody saw it coming. I'm glad people were genuinely surprised when the turn happened. And I think it was another great showcase of how terrible Nathan Frazier is. How annoyingly successful he is.
And speaking of King of the Ring, we'd like a shout out to our podcast colleague, Wade Barrett. 10 years ago today, when the King of the Ring, I don't know, Wade's our partner, we dumped our partners like Duck Biggie. No, we dumped that weight, set that weight. That is underway. We keep it Wade needed. For Raiders against McDonough and Impact. Interesting matchup because McDonough they lost their tag titles to the four Raiders late last year tonight. And then later on, JD McDonough would get into it. Like flashing his eyes in this matchup. Something tough match. Wow. It's great to see JD McDonough back. Never good to think about the Judgment Day back at title contention. You think that's impressive? JD McDonough coming back with so. I almost like killed on the phone, came back in 9 months. Nobody talked about me. I picked myself up to my bootstrap to go to tag title. JD McDonough. Why didn't you talk about Winston? Yeah, it's the same enthusiasm. We did. But it does not. You guys are on a beach. You guys are on a beach not listening to anything. You're on vacation. It's on vacation for us, bro. You're like, you don't see the hard work, bro. You sound like Sid. The JD McDonough. Xavier, I did mention the fact that Lisa Taylor haircut's great. I like that. Wow. That's so funny. You've been doing hair like this for years. You just got here.
Hey, Daryl.
Put her over. Let's talk about these two teams. Because one of these teams.
I gotta tell you, heel New Day worked for a couple weeks. Now it is just them being just dicks, and it's not even like in a they're so good at being bad kind of way. Just say like, I don't know how much I want to listen to them talk.
Solidified a great friendship, great team. Oh, yeah, sure. Because when Eric was gone, what did I learn? Skyrocketing to the top. Having their power. Don't look over here. Don't look over here. Don't look at that, boys. You see what happens when you don't pay attention? Oh, well, that's what happened. The powerhouse of Ivar and Eric. What happened with Eric? Ivar got pulled back down off the pedestal that he built for himself. Ivar was skyrocketing to the top. That makes absolutely no sense. Oh, they were just champions. When he comes back, not with Ivar, if they should have cut the dead weight, like we did. Ivar could have just kicked his partner to the curb like other teams have because they got hurt, but he didn't do that. Oh! Just shook the ring. It's impressive because he's back. Wow. Big. That's big bomb. Big.
Oh man, Thunderbolts is coming out. I'm excited about that. Comes out this Friday. I'm gonna do some extra deliveries this week to make sure I can afford to take my wife out to see it this weekend. Kind of a way of saying thank you for everything she's been doing for me lately. Probably take her out to see it on Sunday.
Last week's leftovers. Interstate to do school. Laundry. Dirty. Bring the juice, Lou. Bring the juice. Time to bring the juice.
I am almost done with the A section of the website. The only two people I've been able to get game renders for are Alan Angels and Alex Shelley, because Alex Shelley's DLC isn't out yet, and there's no created wrestlers of Alan Angels on 2K25 at the moment. So I'll have to open up 2K24 for that. Got a 2K25 commercial while I'm playing 2K25. It's funny, it's not even really playing 2K25. I have 2K25 open. I've got 2K25 open is more the actual fact here. Not really playing as much as I am loading up characters, getting screenshots of them, and doing stuff on the website. I said I wanted to be done with all the A's by 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock and I've only got 3 left, so I'm moving fairly decent pace.
McDonough here in Kansas City and Finn Balor dominating the War Raiders. 11,000 plus here tonight. We've been praised by the president of action. And you know what? Like you said, talk about the next. JD McDonough. Finn Balor been working on this man's neck, but I don't hear seeing a Finn Balor. He's an interesting guy. So evil. All you do is forever beers. It's the way that you guys did it. Why, by not putting my hand on it? We never heard a hand on his head. Touch hair on his head. We heard he falls. fault. I'm glad you guys got it. You guys have to explain your jokes. No, but this guy doesn't really know anything, so you gotta explain it like he's still learning. So I got a talk show. You got a little talk show, Pat, but you're still learning a lot when it comes to this business. You know, education. I agree. Every single day I try to learn as much. So, Xavier, explain what it's like to see this man doing that to you. This man doing that to me. I'm looking at it. Finn Balor right now because he wants what we have right now. I don't. Again, they're going to equally. That's impressive. Again, you. Agile. Strong. No, we thought he was doing great. He was on his own. He had that sickness run, like you said, man. Oh, yes! What? I was impressed. Cartwheel. Wow, that's great. Spinning heel kick. And he suggests cartwheel, spinning heel kick. And he chooses to hang out with Eric and hold him down. Why? What's happening? Why? So we're impressive for the large man to move around. I'm already in the corner.
Yeah, no. Heel New Day on commentary. Putting them on commentary is too much. They're just aggravating.
Oh my goodness, a little slow there. Shenanigans, by that we've been training, working hard in the gym with the abs that I got right now, abs that I got right now. Yeah, believe me, it's not all about me. JD McDonough and off the tag.
Weird making these changes to the website. Especially because of how much time it's going to take. But it's also just strange seeing how much of it is changing.
Jessica Carr with her hands full in this matchup. Watch this. JD looks incredible in his return to action after. He's 5 months away. That's right. Contact right there. Oh, looks so impressive. Wow, that was really impressive. Yeah, you don't weigh 330 pounds. Yes, and that's not like to my detriment. That's not an impressive thing to not work out, Mike. I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about it. So. Eric now with JD McDonough.
Hi, Daryl Jr. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support as always. Good to see you.
And then take the other. All in the ring. You know what to do. Don't look at us. You know what to do. Now you take him and you throw him in the ring. That's how you do it. There you go. Oh, look.
Oh, thank God New Day got taken out.
Jawbreaker by McDonough using that big head of his. Franklin get busted each arm, including the War Rainer. Carlino distracted Jessica Carr. Oh, look.
Oh no, not Penta. Penta getting his revenge. Things just don't ever work out for Finn. JD listened to Finn and he ate the pin. It's how it works. You know the saying. You listen to Finn, you're eating the pin.
Reign supreme on Monday Night Raw. For many weeks now, is going to gloat in Finn Balor's face. onslaught. That new it's a payback for War Raiders with the win. And the New Day better get ready, pal, because a war is coming. These guys. Backlash is presented by Morgan & Morgan. Oh, yeah. America's largest injury law firm. Injured, go in for the people.com. Thought about calling that last week.
Hello, Paul.
Sammy, I was thinking about it. She said, "Out." We're on cheap bloodline. It's true. We just blew up. Whatever was left. Well, I respected when you broke away from me. Maybe one day you will respect why I had to do it. I didn't come to trouble. Jeff Rollins views himself as the vanguard of the future of this entire industry. And whether he is or he isn't, that's how he views himself. And Braun Breaker, that's his dog at the game. That's how Braun Breaker views himself. Seth and I, we can't say no to that because Braun Breaker is the but Seth Rollins, he holds you in such reverence. He's offering you a pass. If you accept being traded to SmackDown starting this Friday, everybody wins. And listen, I've spoken to Pierce, I've spoken to Aldis. Seth Rollins is going to do you a favor. You accept this offer. Sami Zayn, upon your entry into SmackDown, you will face the winner of John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Sammy accepts the offer. He gets the next WWE title shot.
You can live in the future, or you can die with the past.
You can live with the future, or you can die with the past. That's cold.
I can think about Sami Zayn now for that offer on the table. Meanwhile, there is the man. He ends up explaining an immaculate supporter Parker Lyra Valkyria last week after losing the tag title. The man is live. Playoffs here. I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. Oh, biggest rebound. Ain't that right, Chuck TPT? Correct. Well, top 5 for sure. You're a 19th on the all-time list. What about scores? 31st. That's likely to be past soon. Assists, no results found. Best TV personality? Top 1,000. What about celebrity golfers? Want to know? New customers pay $5 to get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Timely switch.
Hey, good luck tonight.
Total Wireless is in your corner with limited 5G data starting at $25 per month. Hey, fam, it's on tonight. Nizzle, it's on. Plus America's only 5-year price guarantee with taxes and fees included. On. iPhone 15 with 5G and wireless. It's amazing camera to capture the biggest moments. Total Wireless. Games work when you're offering technical performance standards. Integrated WordPress system. Worst news. Why does America accept the wait for payday? Life doesn't wait for you to get paid. Introducing My Pay for John, a revolutionary new way of getting paid. Don't just write a check or mandatory fees. For any day's payday, it's a good day. Get paid with My Pay. It's starting at John.
Yeah, they've had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before, so we invited some of them to a little taste test.
Oh, that is the Domino's stuffed crust that you said you had in the past.
Pizza.
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza.
Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We used our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkled garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
There we go.
Only on Netflix. Come back.
Oh my god. I'm getting a trailer for the new Mission Impossible movie. What a great time to be a middle-aged white man. I am not a middle-aged white man. I'm a white man, but I am far from middle age.
Hey, experience the non-stop excitement at Backlash with our location, the official fan hospitality partner of WWE. Unrivaled access, unmatched service, and unforgettable experience. Find your package at mylocationexp.com/backlash. Tickets. We're across the state of Missouri tonight to the west. This is Kansas City and the home tide of Monday Night Raw live on Netflix. And Kansas City's own, our buddy, is here tonight, Pat. That's right, the voice of baseball for the next generation. MLB, ESPN Insider, New York Times bestselling author Chet Passon is in the building tonight. And also, Ryan Blaney will feature NASCAR drivers on this season's Full Speed, streaming on Netflix May 7th. Is he going to shot that beer? No, he's not. Okay. Welcome to the show, Ryan Blaney. 2023 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Just takes a sip of beer. You like that? We try.
All right, we got Becky.
But you can definitely understand the different reaction tonight for Becky Lynch after what she did to the young Intercontinental Champion lack of bacteria last week. Who looked up to Becky Lynch, considered her a mentor, friend, someone to save the WrestleMania moment. Teamed up with Becky after the unfortunate incident involving Bayley, the attack on Bayley on WrestleMania Saturday. Quickly wrong, but the Becky being the most. A lot of different opinions. Unfortunately, her ass kicked on the mat. Becky, the New York Times bestselling author.
I think Becky's the one who got Bailey. Probably.
Back in business, so let's get down to business, shall we? Bayley was tragically taken out of her WrestleMania match, but there won't be any murder mystery any weeks long. Who did it? I have examined the evidence, I have reviewed the footage, and we have found the culprit. It was me.
Yeah, There you go. Becky admits she did it. So there you go. Mystery solved.
Don't act like I'm the bad guy here. Don't you act like I'm the bad guy. Don't you say that witch. That woman has attacked me non-stop since 2019. And not one time did she ever apologize to me. But we're all supposed to forget about that. Much like Bailey seems to forget what this business is. While she's out here going, oh, everybody, please like me. While she's wearing everybody else's shirts. And she's dancing to everybody's music. And she's going, why haven't I a bigger star? But she got to see what a bigger star looks like when I walk down the road.
Jeez. Go off then, Becky.
And that brings me to Lyra. Because there's an old phrase that goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but the reverse also works because the friend of my enemy is my enemy. Now, Lyra wouldn't be in this business if it wasn't for me. I had high hopes for Lyra. I said that she was going to be the future, but while I was out, she was posing up to the woman who I've been fighting for the last 6 years. I tried, even that, I still tried to save her, tried to get her to ditch that bitch. She never would have won them tag titles with Bailey, but it was too late. She was already compromised. She's already a loser. But I showed Bailey what I thought of her.
Oh, I think I might just crash Photoshop. Yep, I sure did. I crashed Photoshop. Alright, there's Lyra.
For me, how many women in that locker room warned me about Bailey was one of the first, actually.
Of course she was. Yeah.
She told me that you would step on anybody's throat if it meant getting ahead. And I didn't buy it. I didn't buy any of it. I didn't buy any of it because I was so caught up in this stupid fairy tale dream about winning Irish Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. I didn't buy any of it because of the hopes that I had for you. And I don't know how it took me manhandle slam after manhandle slam after manhandle slam, but I finally see it now. I know exactly what you are.
Oh, quit wutting her, jackasses.
And I'm about to make you pay for what you did to me and Bailey. Where you going, Becky? Really? You're gonna run away?
Yeah, Kansas City wants to see a fight after they sat here and wutted me.
When I beat you and took your NXT championship?
No. From now on, the man only fights when it matters, and it does not matter in Kansas City.
I should have seen that coming. I'm sorry, Kansas. The man is too good for Kansas City. Fine then. Backlash. And I bet you're only gonna do it if I put this title on the line. You got it.
All right, you're on. I'm gonna make that matter like I made you matter. Welcome to the big time.
Shut the hell up, Becky, because you never made me matter. I made me matter because I am no longer interested in being the next Becky Lynch. And I am going to be a better person than you.
She's getting aggressively Irish. Jesus!
She had her dream shattered by Becky Lynch last week. The most emotional that I've seen Lyra Valkyria in her career. The most fired up this woman's been. Becky Lynch pushed her to this point. And Becky gonna retreat. I don't know if Pierce is off tonight, but I hope our general manager is watching and makes this match official for Backlash. Because Becky has turned into a bitter and a jealous woman. She took out all those frustrations on Lyra Valkyria, the Intercontinental Champion. It feels like Lyra Valkyria is no longer little sister. Better than you, Becky. Welcome to the big leagues tonight, champ. Lyra Valkyria sending a massive message to the man. See, Becky just got she was turned corner, and then Lyra puts two boots right in her mouth. Becky Lynch scrambles. The same captain Lyra. Here in Kansas City.
Oh, and Becky just leveled her again.
Sneaking out the side door, coming through the back door there. You know, this match has been official for Backlash a week from Saturday. There'll be no sneak attacks.
I thought Nick Aldis was going to be the GM for the night. Why can't he make this official? Well, speaking of him, there he is.
I understand what the judgment they did to you last week. I understand you want payback. So tonight, I'm not going to fine you, but I can't let that happen again. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you. Okay. Now, good news. Well, I just made a match next week between you and JD McDonough.
Good. I've been ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Had to just walking Ivy down for her match, but I couldn't resist the opportunity to talk to another luchador on his descent. Thought you were pretty sweet pulling out a cheap victory against me on our Netflix debut, but look at you now, dropping the big one at WrestleMania. Nothing to say? What is it, zero miedo? Zero comebacks, you clown. Hey, Penta. You losing wasn't my favorite part of WrestleMania. Just watching your useless brother Phoenix drop his first match to El Grande Americano.
Oh, jeez. Just got decked.
She's spectacular, and she's in Action X against the Pitbull from American Made, live on Netflix.
Gross. I had to see Terry in a commercial there.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to insuredby.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance.
More pepperoni than over half a pound of cheese.
So many orders, we have to stock up.
All right, where's the garlic sauce? Right here. We're going to do a shakaroni for $12.99.
That's right. I live here. Weight loss for so long.
I messed up. But Zepbound needs to change. It's for hospital pieces to help lose weight and keep it on.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
It's changing how much weight I lose. up to 48 pounds.
I will definitely say making renders for champions with the game renders is significantly more difficult.
Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop setback and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include joint disease or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduling procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Zepbound needs to.
Oops.
Ask your doctor about Zepbound.
It's sweat. Sweat can irritate your skin. Take your skin to its happy place. Dove Men's Micro Moisture Technology that nourishes skin. Dove Men care changes everything.
It's also given me a chance to notice with a lot of the recent title changes that there have been a lot of champion reigns that I accidentally messed up.
Choose to be a wish maker because I want to provide a fun experience for families in need.
This World Wish Month, WWE is partnering with Make-A-Wish to help grant more life-changing wishes to children with critical illnesses. Some of my
Yeah, I accidentally, for a lot of the titles that changed hands in like the first month of the year, I accidentally put 2024, so it looks like Piper Niven had the belt since 2024, but she has not.
You can support Make-A-Wish Wishmaker now.
This World Wish Month, WWE is partnering with Make-A-Wish to help grant more life.
106 days, though. Not a bad reign for Piper Niven. Not a bad reign at all. She got, 4 months with the belt.
Once upon a time, I had it all. The gold, the fame, the time to WrestleMania.
Yo, Rusev's ripping in the tank.
Then I lost myself. I left the WWE, and on my way home to Bulgaria, I fell into the abyss. In that abyss is where I found myself, healed myself, redeemed myself,
Oh, shit.
fixed myself. In that hell, I realized I will no longer fight for a woman that isn't mine, or a flag that never was. An epiphany. I was finally free to crush people, not because I was told to, but because I wanted to. So now I will use my hands and jack body for good. I will hunt the flawed, the arrogant, those who waste their talents like I did. And through pain, I will perfect them all for good. So my brothers, your lack of suffering ends now. I am the tempest rolling in. I will hunt you, forgive you, and fix you like I fixed myself. But choose your next steps wisely, because for a righteous man, said there will be no hardship, and there will be no loss.
Rusev pretty much calling himself the Redeemer there.
The Dark Angel, who has taken WWE by storm since her debut last July in Mexico City. The woman who has honed her craft around the world, including in Mexico, in Japan. The first woman to ever hold the NXT Women's Championship and the North American Championship at the same time. Stephanie McMahon is here.
I'm just glad he's not here. I'm excited that I get to enjoy a Stephanie Vaquer match without oh man, the entire time, and no one being able to actually say anything of actual intelligence.
She's not yet ready for Monday Night Raw. Jeff's big issue was that all of a sudden, all these women are showing up, getting all these opportunities. Someone like Ivy Nile's been left in the dust, so great opportunity for Ivy to prove herself tonight.
Absolutely. Any match on Monday Night Raw is a great opportunity to prove yourself. Whether you're in the champion or if you're an American made, you haven't had a lot of opportunity. The women on the Raw roster are the best in the world.
Julia, Roxanne Perez from NXT earlier tonight. Roxanne had a great match against Rhea Ripley. So Niles and Vaquer square off, first time ever. Ivy Niles still looking for her first championship in WWE. Cover now on Vaquer.
Double leg tackle there by Ivy Niles.
And both of these are back-based technicians. Ivy Niles with the MMA background, trained in CrossFit for 6 years now.
Also trained by Chad Gable, Olympic wrestler.
Kick out by Vaquer. Vaquer with a standing switch. Now looks to control Ivy Niles. And look at this. Cover now on Niles. Got a kick out at 2.
So clever. Vaquer.
Successfully defended her title on WrestleMania weekend at NXT Stand and Deliver.
I will admit, I was not expecting Stephanie Vaquer to get to be on Raw 2 weeks in a row, but I am all for it. All right, give you guys a quick little behind the scenes look at the website here. Following my updates to it here. I still got to make the new LS11 Universe logo. I'm going to update this again. At least update my shirt and my hair on it. And then update the logo, of course. But yeah, I've got a WWE Universe now. You'll see Liv as a game render now. And slowly but surely working my way through. All of the A's, except for Alan Angels and Alex Shelley, are done. So I'll move on to the B's here in a little bit, probably. We'll see how much I actually feel like doing. Still a lot to go. There's a few splash throughout here that have gotten actually done already as well. Just kind of randomly spread throughout, just ones that I've had the screenshots for so far, but like Penta's got a game render, for example. Jimmy Uso had one. Yeah, there you go. Got a little bit done on the website tonight. That's probably as much as I'm going to do on it, so I can just kind of... The crowd doing the Booker thing is fine. But it's not interrupting commentary to just make horny noises.
Time exists to help everyday Americans make it. When you build your credit to build yourself up, when payday comes on your terms, when your girl math starts mathing, oh yeah, you're a baby. Success doesn't happen tonight, but as you progress,
The hell? Got 4 phone notifications all at once there. Weird.
Just crunching my skittles and I'm feeling captivated.
Hesitant anymore. Alarmed and delighted.
It's the rainbow. It's the rainbow. Car's kind of a big deal. You need to see all the options. See, she knows. Car Gurus gives you the most new and used cars right in your hand. So you know your big deal is the best deal. Car Gurus, #1 most visited car shopping site.
It's just like our new house. American Ocean warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Clogged AC coils? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? Ta-da! If AHS can't fix your comfort item, then replace it. No matter
Smart.
Oh, happy family. Is that us? Too much. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
My sister's 40th birthday party has a dress code. I got nothing. She said, you have to look nice. Just go to Men's Warehouse, they'll decide everything for you. What? Sister's birthday. She's into golf. Please help me. Follow me. I knew it. I'm hot. Did I need to flex this hard on my sister's birthday? Yes.
Nice outfit, little brother.
Oh, this whole thing. Where's the cake?
We don't have cake. I'm 40.
I'm 40.
She's 40, you guys. Scott's still paid in the forward department. Before I knew, I was different. Before I understood what nuclear truly meant. Before I could use my mind to move a submarine, I had to think. You can be smart.
Yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed how Raw went down today. I was very proud, to say the least. What I may work on tonight, just so I'm not having to sit here and fuck with renders all night. I'm so excited for Thunderbolts. Who do you think joins Seth Palmer? I've said it a million times. I don't think anyone should. I don't think it needs to be a faction. There. This is actually a little easier to look at. It is more likely I'll be kind of looking like I'm actually looking down the webcam, or a little more visible to the webcam this way. And also, with the brightness of my room, the screen doesn't reflect as bad.
Very chill. Don't let any get to her. Looks away. And she had Gable now. Referee Eddie Orango. Didn't see it. Next step into the camp comes out of the ring. And Chad, we're about to get a double shift, Chad. And from behind Ivy now with a German suplex. And again, Gable paying dividends. Chad Gable has seen this match multiple times for Ivy Nile.
So many moments that have me dying laughing. I assume Buddy's laughter was contagious. What else was there?
Now had a win. Stephanie prepare desperation kick out. We're gonna go up top. About the strategy here. Yeah, it took a little too much time. Champion count. Yeah, Stephanie can get it down. Get champion like to get it down. On top of that. Ivy trying to block. How to fight the pitbull. They can't with a pitbull. Feisty, Stephanie the care. Well, she just going to do a headbutt up on top rope. Superplex to Ivy now.
I think he was helping Rollins.
Resilience of 9. Superplex here by Prepare. Now is in La La Land for half a second, able to kick out. Indeed it is.
Buddy's laughter was contagious. Also, the Nathan Cross reaction when JD was mentioned about the assisting carry, and also sets crash out on Roman. Yeah. Roman had the spirit, yeah. He didn't quite get why Seth was angry, but he had the spirit. You know, it's one of those, it's the thought that counts kind of things. Who do we think's gonna be? Who do we think Ciampa's picking as his challenger? Johnny had someone in mind, apparently.
at Dubs tonight. Who's going to be able to finish it? Performance by Niall here. What a performance by Vaquer here. Nobody home. I mean, I got caught up in the second rope. Step into Vaquer. Look at the pounce. She noticed the injured leg. Ivy Nile trying to protect herself. Kick to the face. Watch this. This is nasty. That's right. Trying to rip the knee out.
Gargano. Maybe.
Vaquer. Hooking Ivy Nile.
And Stephanie Vaquer with the win.
Stephanie Vaquer is a bomb. A disruptor, a champion. Yeah, she has changed the game.
Maybe someone from NXT. Interesting.
What a performance by Ivy Nile tonight. You can't take anything away from Ivy Nile in this matchup. This is awesome chance for good reason. He's had this thing won a few different times, including here. Somehow Vaquer was able to kick out. And this is where it really started turning south. As Vaquer gets for 1, 2, 3. Sensational. Stephanie Vaquer.
AJ, I know it's easy to go the way you hope to WrestleMania. Logan dug into the bag of tricks and pulled out that W, but look, it's anybody I know. Tell me you come. It's a phenomenal one. That's why you are who you are. So if you want to get back on the horse and bounce back, we've got a long list of potential opponents for you. Oh yeah, I've got a list.
I'm so sorry to take the reins from Rob. I don't mean to come off because I'm going to be filming a big Hollywood movie.
Yes, I'm aware. Congratulations. We're very pleased.
No, Liv's going to do a movie apparently.
No, you should listen to your old man more. When you're the champion, workload doubles. You have to show up more often. So, request denied. Wow. You don't mind it in the middle of the conversation.
You going to talk to AJ about finding a retirement home? Did you already break your hip like my deadbeat dad?
That's funny. No, I didn't break it up. In fact, I'm thinking about breaking something else.
You know what? You know what? We don't need this, AJ. We don't need this. Set it down. Let's go. It's so much work.
You know what, Nick? You talk about opportunities. I think I just got a couple of them.
You don't know what you need.
Oh boy. Oh, the whole cross thing is back of him copying the hair of whoever he's talking to. He's got the Sammy hair again. Brilliant.
She's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit union works with a little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's in
Look. Whoa. What? There are no hidden fees. You guys said.
Oh, I thought you said.
Some things are inevitable, inescapable, set in stone from the day we're born. And some aren't. Through hymns, you can get access to a range of options made with proven ingredients to stop hair loss and regrow hair. Personalized and prescribed by licensed medical providers 100% online. Great tradition.
So I'm working on a section on the Royal Rumble by the numbers thing now, where I'm gonna have a graphic for total career eliminations, and there's just going to be a giant pool of people at the bottom, all with one each, because naturally.
Can't chill. Maybe you just need a Snickers ice cream.
You go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. RT.
The only downside is it means I have to put some people that are never gonna appear again on here. Like Matt Riddle has one career elimination in the LS11 universe, for example, and like he's never appearing again. Mark my fucking words on that one. It will be a very cold day in hell if I ever bring him back, and that's not a bit to have him show up and attack me in LAW or something. That is fuck him. I'm never bringing him back. No matter how many times this random guy on Twitter asks me to. Can't stand him. Can't stand him as a wrestler, can't stand him as a person. But unfortunately, he has one elimination. Because Nathan's the devil despite his distracting shit. Okay, Pierre, listen up, you little shit. Just erase it. Alright, you know what, Pierre? You know what? You know what? You know what? Listen here, young man. You listen here. You wanna keep talking about his distracting blue boots, alright? You wanna keep talking about it.
Monday Night Raw is live on Netflix and presented by Snickers.
Peer pressure works sometimes, kids.
Apologize briefly tonight. Mouth got us in a little bit of trouble last week. I dragged you into the situation with Gunther. However, I believe in 28 years sitting behind his desk, I've heard the opportunity to give opinions. Sometimes I may get carried away, but that's because of my emotion and my love for what we do out here tonight. I want to take you back to this unfortunate incident from last Monday Night Raw, and Pat and I are just gonna watch this along with you. Tell me right now. Tell me right now.
There. There, you happy now, Pierre? You happy? Peer pressure works sometimes.
So, our general manager, Adam Pierce, has suspended Gunther indefinitely, and it's private and understood shot.
Yeah. I think it's time for me to address the scene.
It is my honor to get a chance to chat in the city of the Home of Gold.
Yeah. I'm just gonna erase him from history. I think you're onto something there, Zach.
It is the right place for me to deliver this message. I think there's a lot of people that have forgotten who the hell I am. I've had such a successful career on a microphone. I think I have even forgotten who the hell I am.
Oh, God.
Has made me look in the mirror and realize some things. And I'm still that dog that was born in the East Hills of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to a truck driver that was trying to go paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. I am a man that was not handed a lot in this life. I am a man that is lucky to be blessed with great friends. I am a man that went from being an irrelevant bum to a human that is known in basically every city in this country. I don't have more talent than anybody. I'm definitely not better looking than most folks. But I happen to have a few things that I hope people will remember me by whenever my time has come to pass.
He's a sexist clown, and he's got a lot of other big issues, too.
I hope they say that guy was an incredibly hard worker. He worked his ass off. not only for himself, but for his friends, for his family, for his community. I hope they say he was an empathetic man. Whenever he received a lot, he gave back a lot. He gave millions dollars to his community, in children's hospitals across the country, in military foundations, in homeless shelters, in LGBTQ communities, in public school foundations, in underprivileged communities and societies. I hope they say when I die that I gave back and left the world better than whenever
I didn't know Pat did all that charity stuff. That's cool.
when I'm dead and gone, they will say that I was a loyal mother.
Pat with the F-bomb.
You must ride for those that ride for you. It's one goal, all go. You're either with me or against me. And there's one man that has been with me since the day I met him. And he just so happens to be the greatest of all time, Michael Cole. To Michael Cole, I will be loyal till I'm in the soil. And if somebody wants something with him, they got something with me. So last week, when that Austrian asshole put his hands on the goat, I had no other option but to protect my boy. It was deep in my soul. It was deep in my blood. After it happened, obviously I'm going to attack from behind. And I see myself choked out all over the internet, all over television. I have my friends and family saying, I don't think you should be doing that to Gunther. He's in his prime. He's the former world heavyweight champion. I said,
He said something he wasn't allowed to say on TV, apparently.
with Cole, you got a problem with me, Gunther. SmackDown's version of Adam Pearce. Please come out here.
SmackDown's version of Adam Pearce. What a bury the GM.
Mr. McAfee. I know Adam Pearce's management style tends to be let chaos reign supreme on Monday nights, but I've been charged tonight. I do things a little bit differently. And you and I know that this is not the time or the place for this discussion, but you called me out, so here I am. So please, keep it professional, Pat.
I know you're just a middle manager, just like Pierce, and Pierce, we miss you. But I know you have the power on this particular evening to make some things happen. I don't like that Adam Pearce suspended Gunther. I don't like that Gunther isn't here. I want you to lift Gunther's ban, and I want to fight Gunther.
Oh my god. Pat and Gunther are gonna have a match, huh?
Discuss this ahead of time with Pierce. As far as lifting the suspension on Gunther so you can get your hands on him whenever you want, the answer is no. Due to a far too valuable assets to the company, I can't take that risk. But speaking of value to the company, I have an alternative. We can lift the suspension on Gunther, and you can get your hands on him. In a sanctioned contest inside a WWE ring. Pat, what I'm proposing is this. Pat McAfee versus the Ring General Gunther. One-on-one.
at Backlash.
Fucking hey, we're actually doing it, huh?
St. Louis Backlash. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I guess we're doing it.
I hope you know what you're doing, Pat. Nonetheless,
Guess we're doing this.
Backlash, of course, John Cena. To hell with Gunther. Michael Cole. Speaking of Backlash, John Cena and Randy Orton will battle for the undisputed WWE Championship. It may be the last time they ever meet for a title. Let's take you back to the first.
Fucking guess we're doing this. Pat and Gunther, why not?
Just the way he's spotting me. I know what he's gonna do.
Here, Joe, twice in a week then. I assume it'll be just Barrett on the call or something with Cole. All right. There you go, folks. There is every man in LS11 universe that has one career elimination in the Royal Rumble. Tony D'Angelo, Solo Sikoa, Omos, Samoa Joe, Maven, Ryback, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels, James Storm, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, Carmelo Hayes, Braun Steiner, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Axiom, and Aleister Black. That is across the 8 men's rumbles I have done. How many people have only gotten one career elimination?
Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship.
The remaining numbers are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 17, 21, 24. So that is.
Check one, man. We got some big decisions to make tonight. Big decisions.
So that's 11 more numbers to fill.
Whatever decision you decide to make, best for you. Oh, no. So that's what I need to do.
Oh, jeez.
That's karma, Oos.
God, there are almost as many people with 2 eliminations as there are 1.
Is for adults with obesity to help lose weight.
Thank you for finally changing his boot, Xander. Delayed response, I know. You're welcome, Pierre. Thanks for fucking peer pressuring me into it.
Don't take it.
Asshole. Said with love, of course.
Thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before starting procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Zepbound must change.
Ask your doctor about Zepbound.
Screaming Pete does drug activity. I'm gonna scream on the device. Yes, I can. You're trying to scream at me.
I'm not just prioritizing my device. I'm shooting the paradigm.
Be sorry. It's bursted with Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi.
The Rumble.
Universe, guess what? SummerSlam, MetLife, 2 nights, and I will finally be.
Let's see. The lineup of people who have 2 eliminations is weird, to say the least.
Home to the JETF. Yes, and SummerSlam. 2-day promo tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
It pains me that Jinder Mahal has 2 career eliminations in the Royal Rumble. It pains me. Do you know why it pains me? Because I'm one of them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, all I will simply say is, I'm one of them, and it bothers me. Germany's greatest export, Ludwig Kaiser. I assume there was some commercial with him. I get ads now on Netflix, so who beat Cody Wars? Drew, or who beat Sammy Wars? Drew or Cody? Well, Cody had him bleeding from the skull, and Drew didn't. And Drew only pinned him for 3, and Sammy was on his knees at the end of it. Cody made him stay down for the count of 10. So alright, Seth's back.
Here it is nearly the end of the night, so Sami Zayn, I'd love for you to come out here. Let's talk this out, my friend.
Oh, can we put them all in a ring and then?
Decision time.
Like, winner's the most annoying person for me. Let's just put all 4 of those names in a ring, surrounded by Hell in a Cell, where we have the cage actually locked with a legit lock. And then we just leave them in there forever. Until they all die of starvation or something. I don't know. If I gotta pick any of them, it's Logan.
Sammy, before
It's definitely Logan.
we get to the decision, I know you've had all night to think about it, but just I thought about it a lot since earlier. Just hear me out. All right? Just
No, it's Logan for me. I don't have to deal with Cardi 99% of the time. She's gonna be at SummerSlam. I can go refill my drink or something during her segments.
okay. We go back a long
But
way.
Logan is on my national television every week,
Bad
wasting time that could go to other stars
I get it.
that have worked way harder, like Karrion Kross.
You don't like Heyman, but this is me we're talking about here. 20 years of friendship. This is you and me. Last week I watched you come back to Raw. You celebrated in the center of this ring with Jey Uso because you guys are friends. And when you came out here tonight, I thought you were going to give me the same respect. I know you don't agree with it, but me and Braun and Heyman, that is the way forward. I believe with my whole heart that that is the vision for the best future of WWE. Trust me, I wish I had somebody else to believe in, but there is nobody better to lead us into that future.
You need someone to believe in, you say, Seth. I know a guy.
Believe in me,
I know a guy you can believe in.
that hurts. This business is
Travis in there. Oh, Travis takes the cake then. I'll take Logan Paul over Travis Scott.
hard. It tears friendships apart.
I hate that that's the case, but I will. I can handle Logan Paul easier than I can Travis Scott.
After everything that's been said and been done, how many true friends can you count on one hand that you've made in this business? 1, 2, 3, 4, less than 5. But for me, you are one of those true friends. When my baby girl was born, you were one of the first people that I called. You just become a new father yourself. I was scared out of my mind, man. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn. I came to you, and you gave me some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my entire life. I will forever be grateful for that. Now, please, allow me to return the favor and give you a piece of advice that could save your life. Take the path, Sammy. Take the way out. Whatever Heyman's got lined up for you, take it, man. Because if you stay on Raw and you don't believe in me, bad things are gonna happen to you. And I love you, man, and I don't want that. I don't want that to happen to you. So take
Some grade A gaslighting going on from Seth Gaslighting Rollins. Or Seth Franklin Rollins, if you will, if you're a Cornette guy. I find him funny, and I find Cornette interesting to listen to occasionally. He's got pretty bad takes 90% of the time. But it's one of those things where sometimes he's right about stuff.
As a friend, I'm sorry.
It's interesting to hear his takes on certain things, like as an old head sometimes.
Transcends this business. Our kids are very close. They're good friends. They play together. Very good friends. You're right. A real one. A real one. And outside of that ring, that's absolutely true. When it comes to everything that you say inside of this ring, I think you're playing games. And you are good Seth, you're good, man. You've always been good. I've never been that great at that stuff. You're really good. That's why you're in the position you're in. It's part of it. It's
Alright, let's
part
let
of
him
it.
pound commentary.
And you know, because of how close we are, you know exactly what cards to play because I have confided in
You're asking if I'd rather hear Pat or Travis on Scott? Pat, any day. Pat makes me laugh occasionally. It's just when he goes too over the top with the bit. Like with his dumb bits that he'll do.
The world championship, and now you're dangling that in front of me. That's what you're doing. So, friend or not friend, for as long as you've known me, Seth, have you ever known me to run away? You talk about hurt feelings. I'm not going to stand here while my friend threatens me. Because make no mistake about it, what you're doing right now is you are threatening me. You are saying that if I don't acquiesce, if I don't submit to your vision, your plans of the future, then I become a target. But guess what? I have been a target 1,000 times before. I can live with being a target, but I cannot live being blackmailed, blacklisted, blackballed, extorted, strong-armed. I will not be threatened.
Alright, damn, Sammy.
I will win a WWE championship. I will become a world champion. And when I do, it will not be because of any favors from anyone. It will be because I did it my way. I did it the right way. So, buddy, as a friend, I respect you. I love you. But this is me telling you to go to hell.
Oh boy. Timing on Braun's music. 10 out of 10.
You either live in the future or die with the past. Sami Zayn, you're about to look in the eyes of bad man.
Last week's leftovers. Can't escape the doom scroll. Laundry, light dirty.
So, not that it's much surprise based on how LS11 Universe is booked. Here are the 3 men in LS11 Universe with the most career eliminations in the Royal Rumble. And then there's everyone with 2 eliminations, everyone with 1. And the numbers I still have left, for those wondering, are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 more spots. What I'll probably do is for like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then how many have 3? Only 3 people have 3. 4 people have 4. 5 people have 5. This is not planned. 3 people have 6. 1 person has 7. 2 people have 8. 2 people have 9. So I'll figure it out.
Spanish marble is much better.
Yeah, we got the statues. Pulling up now.
What all this trouble for one tiny little picture? Sorry to do this, but rush delivery costs extra.
Extra. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mira, got it.
Yes, of course I found it. No, I need that.
Stopping Dale.
He's there.
I'm Dan. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixing. So fix that element. Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back.
I do think it's wild how big of a gap there is. Like it goes 24, 21, 17, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only 3 people have broken the 10 elimination mark so far. I do think the next retro show I do is going to be a Rumble, just because I want to do another Rumble. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe I'll also do one for the purpose of do the Mario. Okay, look, all you do is to do the Mario, you gotta swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Just like that. Do 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 do. R.I.P. Lou Albano.
Brock Breaker is the perfect person that I would add to a group. You need some business handled. You need somebody's ass to be kicked or speared in half. There's only one man for the job, and that's Brock Breaker. Seth freaking Rollins has assembled a dream team here. And you know, listen, a lot of people are going to question Braun Breaker joining this group. He's been very successful in his first year here in WWE, a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Lost in a fatal 4-way, wasn't pinned at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn now fights back in this match.
It's a lot of the times where I think JT just doesn't expect me to actually do the bit.
He sort of can't follow it. I think he's going to go for the hula kick. Instead, went to the gut and Sami Zayn, so it's fire now.
Like, JT, you're like 2 for 2 on asking me to do something or asking me something absurd and me just going, okay, and doing it. So.
Think about what Heyman did for Brock Lesnar. Think about what Heyman did for CM Punk. Think about what Heyman did for Roman Reigns. Think about what
I grew up with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
made there. But Breaker made a good decision. Yeah, certainly a good business decision if you're Brock Breaker. Now, we don't know what all that's going to call for. Right, exactly. Paul Heyman always has, you know, restraints the food. But whenever Braun walked out of here, smoke lighting, Paul Heyman over his shoulder, it felt different. It felt big. Indeed. Paul Heyman, again, it's done for everybody here. Billions at the marquee to the face. Hey, Sammy made some really good points. Do you think that this new alliance has...
Didn't think I'd know what you were talking about. You kidding me? I grew up on that show. JT, you watched ARW. You remember whenever Mario and Luigi won, that's what played. Like they came out to do 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 do. But when they won, it went ba da ba do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side, and they would dance.
I think Paul Heyman and Seth are just getting started here with Braun Breaker. Everything's brand new. Okay. Braun Breaker just turns that into a wicked spine buster. Steiner obviously has the ability to ground and pound if you need it. Very comfortable in the ring.
I know what the Mario is.
That nobody else has in the WWE. Hits the ropes at 23 miles an hour. Gets super speary in half. And now he's got Seth freaking Rollins and Paul Heyman by his side. But here's the deal, too, with Sami Zayn leapfrogs up over the top. Here's the deal, too, with Breaker. You don't have to change anything. He's an unbelievable athlete. Now he just gives him too much for Heyman and Rollins. And Sami Zayn now, with Riley better, sends Breaker outside the ring. This territory, I don't believe Sami Zayn wants to be in here. Braun Breaker, especially grabbing the leg of Sami, rips him off the apron. Now Breaker pouncing Sami off the table. Trevor, like he's an Indiana pacer. Get the hell out of the way, Pat. Oh, here comes the jungle cat. Get out of the way. Braun Breaker hit his hand. Has no clue what's about to happen to him.
Ow. That sounded painful.
I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. After all, I'm going to be a great rebounder. Ain't that right, Chuck GPT? And correct. Well, top 5 for sure. You're 19th on the all-time list. scored 31st. I like it. Fans no assists, no results found. Best TV personality? Not 1,000. What about celebrity golfer? Do you really want to know?
New customers spend $5 to get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. True Works high performance sportswear, cool and dry. Stitch that denim, and light, stretchy, technical gear that's as cool as you are. True Work, sweat.
Hey, Cupcake, you're craving something sweet, like snacks that leave Twinkies in your eye. So don't have wait any longer and grab them before everything really snowballs. Hostess, please,
Let's go. Welcome to the team. Thanks.
That's the hang up line. Dove Men helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress.
Sweat really needs more salt.
Get comfortable, not uncomfortable. It changes everything.
How does this place make pizza that does that? Honestly, felt like. But I'm gonna start looking into it, one slice at a time. And now, buy any 2 large pizzas and get $7 off. It's not crazy. It's Casey's.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank Platinum X5 Visa Signature. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
pepperoni back at Papa John's with more pepperoni and over half a pound of cheese.
So many orders, we need to staff up.
I am here to work, people. Where's the garlic sauce? Everywhere. We're making you a shakaroni for $12.99.
Shut right, I live here.
Because we were never supposed to exist.
You can see all of this fits together. We might have a chance soon.
You know, Sami Zayn has become the sacrificial lamb. As Zayn takes on Breaker tonight, put him over 11,000 in Kansas City on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn's trying to fight back, stay in this matchup against the heavy, so to speak, and himself on his favorite alliance. And here comes Sami fights back again above the shoulder with Scott Collins. What does Sami gain with a win tonight, Pat? I think tonight with a win, Sami Zayn cements himself exactly who he is. So that's what top guys in the locker room, and then you got to think about this new crew. And Braun Breaker was to lose in front of Seth and Paul Heyman. Night one. Sunset clip from Sami Zayn, almost free kick there. Paul Heyman's been smiling like the butcher's dog as he looks at Seth freaking Rollins. Well, Sami's going to be the hero of the locker room. Certainly, you could really stop the momentum of Rollins and company in its tracks in the win here tonight. Sami might end the group with the Exploder. And Breaker fighting back again. Guys have had some battles back on. Breaker took the Intercontinental Championship from Sami Zayn. Zayn again, what's the ball? Breaker.
Sami and Braun are two guys who work pretty well together. I remember their IC title feud last year was pretty good.
Expected here tonight. Sami Zayn is in this fight. The dog is in one. How embarrassing would this be for Heyman if his hand-picked new Paul Heyman guy got beat by Sami Zayn tonight? Let's not leave out the embarrassment that Seth freaking Rollins would have to feel as well. Sami Zayn, full momentum heading to the sky. And Breaker, though, gonna beat him there. Braun Breaker. Try to play defense, and Sami Zayn continues to fire away. Oh, Cole. Breaker, though, up to the top of it. That is good time. Trusting this athlete is, and one of the reasons Heyman tapped him. Be a part of this group. Dogs are barking in Kansas City, and Sami Zayn has no idea. He's about to be cut in two. Quickly spears, Sammy's in the corner with a kick. And Sammy with an explorer in the corner.
Show's almost over at this point. I mean, I assume Braun just wins this. So you gotta just run right into a spear out of the attempted Hula kick. Yup!
Big sigh of relief from the wise man. And that will do it. And again, just an emotionless. Seth Rollins looking on and following. He was nodding his head. Breaker to put away Zayn. Spear by Breaker. I called him an unpredictable badass for his entire career. That is one of the reasons why. It doesn't have to be this way. Take me out. There's still time. Take the deal. Take the deal. You can still get out. Take it.
Seth's telling Sammy to take the deal.
Defiant. Sami Zayn. Telling Rollins he will not take the deal. And more punishment is coming. Zayn wants to be a martyr. Instead, he super speared for the third time in Kansas City. Accepted an opportunity. Again, our senior official Chad Patrick checking on Sami Zayn. I mean, three spears, both of the DMT. I believe this match is going to continue. Sami is broken ribs. He's actually gasping for breath back right here in front of us.
Oh boy. We're about to get the big run-up spear. Oh, we're about to get the big run-up spear. He killed him. He's dead. Sammy's dead. We just got Sammy back a week ago from when Kevin killed him. Sammy's dead. Braun just killed him. Ends via ref stoppage.
Remember, they're trying to set a precedent. This is night one here.
It was a solid episode of Raw. Pretty, not super eventful, but like 2.5 pretty easy hours.
So much for that empathy and compassion.
And stomp.
Consequences come with every choice that is made. What a force! The landscape has changed for all. Paul Heyman has done it again. Seth Rollins at the helm. Breaker has the power. No one is safe.
All right, yeah, pretty solid episode. I'm gonna finish this graphic up and then I'm gonna call it. I'm not tired, which is nice. I'm not like exhausted, so I'll be able to actually write my. I'll be able to write my episode that I need to write for AEW, so I can record that after work tomorrow. So at this point, I've just got the 5 elimination wrestlers left, which is only a handful of people, but I think it's about 6 people. I think I gave it a bigger section for some reason. There wasn't really a rhyme or reason to it. I do think there being 4 people with 4 eliminations each is funny. But I'll show you guys the graphic when it gets done here in a minute. Obviously, questions always allowed during this time of the stream. I'll get to them in a moment when I get to them, essentially. Yeah, may do a retro rumble soon. I'm really in the mood to do more rumbles right now. That itch may go away sooner rather than later, who knows. But I got the itch to do a rumble. So, may do one soon. We'll see. I don't know. I enjoy the retro shows. They're fun. Just sometimes I don't do them for a while because they do take a lot of time. The booking is always the hardest for them because you don't really have much lead up to work with, and you don't want to just. I like doing like build ups to Retromanias now, like what we did with the 2014 stuff. That was fun. Or the 20, yeah, no, the 2015 and 2016. That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. So excited for Redeemer Rusev. Agreed. He's someone that, like, I'm not going to say bitter. That's not the right word for it. Bitter is far from the right word for it. He's someone I'm a little upset that I didn't get in Universe. Is Rusev, because I've always really liked him. But Ray, like, I think I'm allowed to admit, Hammerstone was originally planned for the Rusev role in Ethan Page's Vanguard faction in NXT. And then Ray was like, what if I did Rusev instead? And I was like, sure. Because even if Rusev had not gone NXT, he was going to go to SmackDown, was the other option. Like, I had told Ray, like, look, I got Andrade. I'm getting the Lucha Bros. It's not fair if I get every person that leaves AEW for WWE. If you want Rusev, I think he'd fit really well on SmackDown. And I wasn't lying. I really did. But then Ray was like, I think I might want to make him the enforcer for Vanguard. And I was like, all right, go for it. It's got him to, he's doing something, and that makes me happy. Pretty much, he's doing something. That's all I wanted. All right, and it is done. The overall Rumble eliminations graphic is done. It's my favorite LS11 Hardcore champion when the Hardcore title was around. I mean, I could cop out and say me because I had it a few times, but probably Tony D. He always did the most fun stuff with it, with the crowbar and everything. Tony D. Probably he had the most stories. Um, yeah, yeah, he had it more than anyone as well. All right, but here it is so that you guys can see it. The overall eliminations for men. Got Roman, AJ, and Gunther as the top three. Cena and Brock with 9 each. Sammy and Finn with 8 each. Daniel Bryan with 7. Cody, Johnny, and Jake with 6 each. And that was just Jacob Fatu's first Rumble this week, by the way. Like, just a reminder, Roman's been in 6 Rumbles. AJ's been in 6 Rumbles. Gunther's been in 3. He was in Season 1, Season 3, and Season 4. Yeah. So Gunther's been in 3 Rumbles. AJ and Roman have been in 6 each. Cena's been in 5, I believe. He was in Seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then he was in the 20... Shit. No. He was in Season 2, 3, 5, 6, and 2014. Brock has only been in Season 1 and Season 3, I believe. I don't think he was in the... No, he's winning the belt in Season 4, and then he got blacklisted by Season 5. Sammy and Finn have both been in pretty much every Rumble. Brian's only been in Season 1 in the 2014 Retro one, which is the one he won. Cody's only been in 2 Rumbles. Johnny has been in pretty much all of them. Jacob's been in only 1. Ilya's been in a handful. Everyone here has been in a handful at this point. Hendry's only been in 1, though. 4 eliminations, and 2 of them were The Rock and Jacob Fatu. I don't remember who Hendry's other eliminations were off the top of my head, but he had a pretty good Rumble. There you go. There is the LS11 Royal Rumble by the numbers for overall eliminations in men Rumbles. And if I got the energy, tomorrow I'll do the women's. Oops. All right. Cool. I'm going to head out. Bye, everyone.